Hello, my name is Kathleen Lisson. I'm a certified lymphedema therapist and board certified massage therapist. I have a practice in San Diego, California, and I help people after Brazilian butt lifts, tummy tucks, mommy makeovers, liposuction, facelifts, to help reduce their swelling and improve their recovery. One of the main modalities I use is a type of massage called manual lymphatic drainage. I also teach classes to my fellow lymphatic massage therapists on how to apply the lymphatic drainage skills that they already have from other classes and use them to help people after plastic surgery. And I also teach a marketing class that shows them how to use social media to get a relationship with clients, get good clients from their social media, booking with them, and most importantly, trusting them and seeing them as an expert even before they come in for their first visit. So I'm also on a bunch of Facebook groups, and it was one of the massage therapist Facebook groups. Someone had commented, "Oh my gosh, in 2021, I have seen so many more clients try to come to me after liposuction, after Brazilian butt lift." And then one of the other comments was, "Yeah, but these clients are so flaky. You often get no-shows. You often get people who won't rebook with you or will call and then just won't be satisfied with the type of lymphatic massage that you learn in a class that's maybe more focused on just lymphedema care." But I think there's an extra aspect in addition to that that we need to sit down and really explore, and that is why the people who are coming to us after plastic surgery are so often unsatisfied with the sessions that they are receiving. So I went to another Facebook group where I know that a lot of women are that are planning or recovering from their plastic surgery, and I asked a simple question: what are some reasons that you would no-show? What are some reasons that you would not rebook a session? Like, what are some frustrations you have with getting lymphatic massage in your plastic surgery recovery? And they were very open with me, and I set down over a dozen reasons why people won't rebook, why they cancel their appointments, and why they no-show. So these are really basic things that we have to look into our own practice as lymphatic massage therapists, make sure these things aren't happening. And then if we have all these things, we trust in our own practice that we're not doing any of these things that are really causing a lot of frustration in our clients, then that would be a great time to go ahead and try to take a marketing class, a class that teaches us more in detail how to use social media specifically to attract our clients that are on these social media accounts. And I can be super open. For me, it's TikTok and Instagram, and the majority of it is Instagram is the channel that people are on. YouTube is the channel that people are on doing research for months and years before their plastic surgery. They're looking for plastic surgeons, they're looking for information on recovery, and so they would be looking for information from you. And having a presence on the social media will help you to be seen as an expert in your field and to get people booking you months in advance before their surgery so they can make sure to have their post-op sessions with you because they're trusting you as an expert in lymphatic massage therapy. But before I tell you to invest all that money into getting a CE class and really learning how to tailor your social media to this client, this researching client that's looking to have plastic surgery in the future, we need to make sure that how we're conducting business is not turning off our clients even before we try to have an excellent internet presence in Instagram and YouTube. If when they come and see us, some of these 12 things that I'm going to mention are happening, you're still going to not have a rebook. You're still going to have no-shows. You're still going to have cancellations. So I've separated them into 3 different areas. So let's start with the first area. And the first section of reasons why people do not rebook, why they cancel their appointments, why they no-show, are because they are disappointed in the therapist's lack of professionalism. So what does this look like? I have these clients that are telling me their therapist used the cell phone during the massage. Their therapist is having conversations with other people while their massage session is happening. The actual space that the therapist works in is untidy or dirty, and that frankly the therapist is just rude. So for the rudeness, I know that different people interpret different levels of conversation differently. So to one person, if like I used to live in the state of New York, my delivery would seem to be rude to people who were from another state, perhaps. But all that aside, as long as you're treating people professionally is what I'm saying. Like if you have to set a boundary, then you keep that boundary and you make sure whatever your business rules are, that they are clearly stated on your website, and that we're not punishing people, we're not surprising people. Everything should be clearly stated on our website. So that's the first section, the therapist's lack of professionalism. So if you don't see yourself in any of this, great, let's move on to section number 2, and that's the therapist's talent. So I had a really great text conversation with a person who is looking to have plastic surgery. They are from New York, and they were open enough and honest enough with me to share their real feelings about what really sets them off when it comes to searching for a competent, experienced professional to help them after their surgery. So M, we'll call her M, she's from New York, and she said, quote, "So many people claim to do manual lymphatic drainage and they don't do it at all. Too many establishments just rub on you and call it drainage. In my estimation," she says, "they take advantage of the fact that you're vulnerable, scared, and afraid of bad results." And I really, really honor her honesty in sharing this with us, because this is very important for us to understand that the bedrock of being a lymphatic massage therapist, helping people after surgery, is that you have to know what manual lymphatic drainage is. I went to one of the top 4 schools. The big 4 schools are Close, Norton, Acoles, and Dr. Vodder School. So those in the industry, we call those the big 4 schools. And that's not to say that other types of lymphatic drainage are inferior to those big 4 schools, but it's definitely a safe place for you to start if you're looking into researching getting the in-person classes with the number of hours that you need and the rigor of understanding the lymphatic system and the level of understanding and the level of teaching the massage. I would recommend therapists who had any of the education from any of those 4 schools. I've also taken classes and learned a little bit of the Casely Smith type of massage. I've been to India and took classes. I saw how the therapist worked at the Foldy Clinic in Germany. So I am not discounting that lymphatic massage can mean different things to different therapists in different parts of the world. What unites them is that the massage actually has to affect our body's lymphatic system, and that it should not hurt a healthy client. And that comes into some of the reasons why people are canceling, why there are no-shows on the massages. It's because the massage therapist has a lack of skill or they're too rough. It's because they're using machines instead of hands-on work. And this is another thing that the clients are getting more savvy about. If they know the mantra that is said over and over by the experienced therapist, that it's hands-on, 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 get the manual massage. Use hands, not machines, especially right after surgery. You need a therapist with the experience in their hands, not someone who just bought a machine and took a short class a dozen hours, 15 hours, 20 hours, and is going to come and tell you that that is equal to hands-on therapy. And then another client said they were frustrated because they were given red light therapy instead of massage. So all these things have their place. Red light therapy has its place. Machines may have their place in other times that aren't the massage session that the client paid for when they wanted manual lymphatic drainage massage. And then section number 3, not listening to the client's needs. So if you have the education, if you've taken that class, if you're confident in your skills, let's go to section 3. And this is another quote from M, who's from New York. And she says, quote, "I shouldn't have to plead with you to take it easy." And that's what really kind of breaks my heart, is that I hear this from so many people all over Facebook, all over Instagram, that they're scared of the massage because it hurts so bad, that they have to take a pain pill before their massage because it hurts so bad. It's obviously not manual lymphatic drainage as it was taught to me in my classes, in my formal in-person class that I took from Close Training. What are some other things, some other ways that the therapist is not listening to the client's needs? A lot of women share that they are frustrated with the therapist forcing package deals on them before the first massage, before the therapist has even had a chance to see how much treatment the client might need. They're requiring a package deal. Also, again, pushing the use of machines instead of manual massage. Not working on the client's area of concern. So that's one of the first things that we learn in massage school before I even knew what manual lymphatic drainage was. When we're just doing Swedish circulation massage, NMT on people, you ask the client why they're there. Ask them what is the most frustrating, what is the most worrying part. They have lived in that body after that surgery 24 hours a day, and you're just seeing them. So take advantage of them knowing themselves. And if they say that they need their back worked on, then you need to work on their back. The next one, acting like you know it all. And I've seen this several times in comments, that the therapist will say, disregard whatever the client has to say in their input in the intake and just say, "Oh, honey, I have all the training. I had this certification. I know what I'm doing. Don't worry about it." And that's very frustrating because, again, the client lives with their body 24 hours a day ever since the surgery. And if you're just seeing them, we might know generically from all of our previous clients what might work, but we need to listen to that client and help them to achieve the recovery that they want. The next one, not communicating to the client what you are finding and doing during the session. So this is a little more advanced. You could be a perfectly competent therapist and do everything right. This is kind of like just the extra things that really make the difference for the client, and let them know in their mind that you are treating them as an individual, and this is not just massage 2 of 5 for the day. You should, as a therapist, communicate to your client what you're finding. I see this all the time in my clients. I'll say, you know what? Oh, it looks a little more swollen here. And clients will ask all the time, so what do you think? So what do you think? The middle of the massage is a perfect time to tell them what you're seeing. If you're massaging, how you see the tissue is changing. If there's some areas that they should be putting more compression on, putting more foam on. I definitely always am giving additional foams and making sure people are fitting their garments correctly based on what I see the body is doing with that level of compression during their massage. And tell them what you're doing. Tell them, like, this is the lymphatic massage. Explain what lymphatic massage is, what it's doing to the body, what they will notice later in the day because you did lymphatic massage on them, and any other techniques that you do. So I do some myofascial work, I'll do some negative compression, and you have to explain that to them because everything is different from what people think it is. Lymphatic massage is different from what you would ask a person on the street and have them explain lymphatic massage to you. Cupping is different when you use it right after someone had surgery than what people think it is if you ask someone on the street. Hot stones are different. The placement is different. The movement is different than what it would be if you did it on a perfectly healthy person, than if you're doing it on someone who has limited sensation in their body right after surgery. So the important thing is that you're communicating to the client what you are finding and then what you're doing after the session. And then the last thing that people have told me about is, again, a little bit extra to show that you're head and shoulders over what they expected, to give them more than they expected, to give them a really great feeling about the session and that you're an expert and that you're working together for their recovery. The frustration is with therapists who do not discuss next steps with the client. And I would add, before you leave the room after the session. So this is what has really made a difference for me. I had a lot of people who just weren't rebooking because I wasn't telling them the reason why they're rebooking. I wasn't showing them that we had a plan that we're working on together. And I wasn't showing them that while they were still on the table and we were in a private space and able to have a conversation. So I always discuss the next steps. I take the last 3 minutes of the massage and I tell them, you know, this is what I saw. This is what we did today. This is what I think you should do for your homework, and that this is when we're going to see you next, and this is what we're going to work on next time. This is what I'm going to keep an eye on. This is how you are going to wear your compression and wear these foams to get an even better result, and have that conversation with that person so that they know that you see everything that was concerning them and that you addressed it, and then you have a plan that both of you are going to move forward in their recovery journey. So these are my tips, just the basic. I want this video to be free. I'm putting it on YouTube. It's not something that you should have to pay for to know specifics about why people are not rebooking, why people are no-showing, why people are canceling their appointments. So get these critical pieces of your experience that you are giving to your clients. Get them where you're super comfortable, super confident with all this. And then if you need more help on making YouTube something that clients find you on and that they'll book you because they saw your videos, if you want to make your Instagram account into something that people find you on and that they really love the advice that you give them on your Instagram account, on your TikTok account, and that they're eager to book you and come to the sessions and listen to what you have to say and work with you for a series of sessions for their recovery, because you've built that trust up in advance, because they've been following you for a long time, because they trust you. They're going to come in, they're going to book early, they're going to take the sessions, they're going to take your advice, they're going to do the homework that you give them in between the session, because they see you as their trusted partner, as someone that they can trust, an expert that will help them in their recovery journey with more than just the cheapest lymphatic massage appointment that they can find in their town. So if you want that help, look at the link in the bio, and that will be more information on the marketing class, which is online. You can start anytime. It gives CE units from Niktimba for every state except New York, because I believe the state of New York does not give CE units for business classes, but it is a business class. So if you are able to accept Niktimba CE units to renew your massage therapist license, this will be an excellent opportunity. And even if you can't, or if you're like me, that you take so many CE units that like you just don't, like you already have too many, still definitely take the class. You'll get all the wisdom in it, and you'll be able to make your Instagram and your YouTube account into money makers, into ways that clients can find you and book your services. So thank you very much and have a great day.